Jared Blackwood's finally starting to get some practice time. Is this? I mean, obviously he's probably going to have to play this weekend.
Yeah.
Would you still prefer to play him on the second of a back to back?
Just depends on like who I think is going to give us the best chance to win. Wedge has been playing real good. We haven't seen a lot of Blackwood, so we'll see.
How much confidence do you get just knowing that the way Wedgwood has started the season, the way he's been playing, when you have Blackwood up to speed, that these guys are solid right now?
Yeah, lots. Yeah, lots. Like I got confidence in both of those guys. We got to get both to the peak of their game and try to maintain that as long as we possibly can.
What's the focus for the team going into Edmonton?
Yeah, I haven't looked at Edmonton yet, so I couldn't give you like specific details on what the keys are. But I mean, we know they've been a top team in the West, right? So they got a lot of skill. So I mean, we're focusing on our game and what we need to do. We've gone through some good reviews here. Another good one this morning, based on the game against Tampa. We're just trying to carry over all those lessons and details into the next game.
Gerard skated with you guys again today. Is he a possibility for this weekend?
He's not. He's not going to come on the trip. He's going to stay here and skate. Yeah.
How have some of the newish faces on the penalty killing, Jordy, Kelly, and Nelson, helped to drive consistent results here at the start?
Well, they were good. Well, Nelson makes a big difference. Like I just feel like he's big, long, can skate. Another face-off guy for that left side. Um, Jury and Kells, I kind of feel like they've been here forever now. But they're just doing a great job. I think like it's a good rotation of guys. Like we want to try and roll 6 guys in that so they're fresh and they're one group of 2 or 4 goes out on the ice and does a nice job. The next group's trying to like be even better, and there's a little bit of healthy competition in there. Details have been really good. Like I just think like it's a dialed in group early on in the season, and we just want to try and continue that. They're still nitpicking at some details and setting a high standard, and when we have breakdowns, we've had a few, their goaltending has been good, or guys have been sacrificing and blocking shots. There's a lot of desperation in the PK unit right now, which I really like.
There's been maybe, unfortunately, more shorthanded chances, I feel like, generated
Yeah.
on this. What do you attribute that to?
I think it's like we're trying to like not be too passive. Like I think Prater's done a really good job with that group of like giving them certain keys and triggers where we can be real aggressive in D zone and try to force teams to play under pressure. And if we give up a big chance, it's okay, instead of just spending too much time in our zone defending and maybe giving up 3 or 4, not grade A's, but still dangerous chances. So they're trying to find a balance with that. So I think like when you're aggressive and when you're using your legs and when you're skating, you'll create some turnovers that can get you going the other direction. And it's been a point of emphasis for the group, and they've been doing a nice job. Like the other night we had 2 like a breakaway and then another one right after. So it's been pretty dangerous. I'd love to see that continue.
Are you gonna call up any other forwards or just take the ones?
Yeah, possibly. For tomorrow. Yeah.
The way that it feels like the way that teams enter the zone on power play has changed so much. Like from the time that you started as the coach here to now, it is all that different. Like how much of that is that like a thing for Nolan or for you and Nolan, or that's like and then on the other side, just the cat and mouse game of like it's almost like football. There's all these different plays, and you guys are trying to figure out like, okay, here's what they're doing, and then now we're okay. Well, how do we react to that? And it just feels like that's just been like an ongoing. Like you guys find a thing that works, and then people stop that, so you do a different thing.
Yeah. I do think that it's always kind of been that way, just a little bit of cat and mouse, especially on special teams. Good. It's what a good pre-scout does. It gives you a good indication on what they like to do, how often they do it. The analytics will support that. Like you can get them to look at specific things. So we try to use all those tools. I will say that power play breakouts and like they've always been creative, but I remember when I first started coaching, that's when they like in the American League. I was already coaching in the ECHL, but came to the American League and NHL. Can't remember which NHL team started using the drop, And then so like then we started using the drop, and how did we want to defend the drop? And then it's like it was always a 3-2 drop. Now it's a 4-1 drop, and sometimes it's a double drop, and it's just trying to get teams. Like if you, even though it takes a split second more to create that breakout, if it gets you in on entry and gets you set up, it's a good way to back off the other team and get them standing still if you've got some good speed and skill. So, but there was a lot more get up and go north direct like prior to that. But there was still a lot of creativity in some of those breakouts, and teams like some teams still use a real simple breakout, and they're some of the most dangerous teams of attacking on the rush. So that's just like the penalty kill, trying to be aggressive. We've tried to work into our power play that we have a rush attack or two a game where we're actually trying to score on it, not just get set up, and that's been looking pretty good for us too, through the course of 14 games.
Building on that, you hear people talk about the copycat league. How much do you guys look at a team like Edmonton and look at stuff they do on their power play with McDavid and Draisaitl and say we can replicate something like that, or do you not really use scouting?
Yeah, no, a lot. That's a difficult one because it's McDavid and Draisaitl, and like it's like perfect players like Bouchard, right-handed shot bomb from the point. I think Nugent Hopkins is one of the best middlemen in the league. We set up probably a little bit more similar to say Vegas, which is super dangerous. We were talking about it even today. Like you look at Vegas's start on the power play, it's all the same guys. Um, Stone net front, right? And you look at the chances and goals they created early in the year. I think it jumped out to being number one for a long time. Stone gets hurt. They make a quick adjustment, put Marner at the net, and no knock against Marner. It's just like Stone is elite where he is, and their power play is not even 1/3 as dangerous as it was when Stone was there. And that's how much like one guy or one elite player just in that certain aspect of the game can change things. So it's trying to find, experimenting a little bit, some things that are conventional, unconventional, moving some guys around. You have to be willing to do that if you want to look for like superior results. If you're happy the way things are going, you can stay the way it is. So we want to kind of be flexible, but not tinker with it too much, where the point where it's disruptive and causes havoc within our team.